Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Protalk. My name is Mike, and this week we got a Week 9 matchup between the Denver Broncos versus the Oakland Raiders. Both teams are 6-2, and both are tied for first place in the AFC West. The Oakland Raiders won versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week in overtime, and the Denver Broncos won versus the San Diego Chargers last week. The matchup that I'll be looking forward to see is how the Oakland Raiders offense will fare against a top-tier defense. The Oakland Raiders has not played a top-tier defense yet this year, and they'll be facing a great defense in the Denver Broncos. Also, it'll be interesting to see how the Raiders' offensive line fares against one of the best pass rushing teams in the NFL. The Oakland Raiders' offensive line has only allowed 9 sacks and 17 hits on the season, while the Denver Broncos has had somewhere around 25 to 30 sacks so far this year. The Oakland Raiders' offensive line has been also good in the run game. The Raiders are averaging 4.8 yards per rush on the ground, and they got 3 running backs that has rushed for over 200 yards, and all 3 of them has a 4.0 yards per rush average. The Denver Broncos are also the best rush defense in the NFL. They are allowing opponents to average 105 yards per game against them. So that would be a battle in the trenches to watch out for. The Raiders defense is among the worst in the NFL. They're 27th against the pass, 28th against the run. Like, the Raiders are lucky that they have one of the best offenses in the NFL, or else they'll be 2-6 instead of 6-2. And also, the Raiders need to cut down the penalties. They had 23 penalties for 200 yards, 200 free yards. They're lucky that they was playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, an average team at best. If they get anywhere around 15, even 10 penalties against the Broncos, they will definitely be losing this game. Now on the Denver Broncos, the Broncos offense is average at best, especially without C.J. Anderson. They will be having a rookie Booker. He'll be making his first NFL start this week. But Booker's a good running back, but he has some fumbling issues. Hopefully he cleans that up, and he protects the football. Quarterback Trevor Siemian has been decent. He had 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 62% completion percentage. He hasn't been good or great. He has been decent and manageable kind of quarterback. The offensive line will need to keep the pocket clean for him. They have allowed 18 sacks, 45 quarterback hits. That cannot happen in this game. But even though that the Oakland Raiders has not gone to the quarterback as much, they only have 11 sacks this year, and Khalil Mack has 5 of them. That's completely unacceptable. Expected more from Khalil Mack after his 15-sack campaign last year. Also, the offensive line for the Broncos need to create some holes for the rookie running back. Last week, the offensive line and the Broncos running game produced 57 rushing yards, 2.3 yards per carry. That is horrendous. That's horrible, especially as the San Diego Chargers deep front 7. That's not that great. They're okay at best. So they'll have to work on that, and hopefully they capitalize off the sorry defense that the Oakland Raiders got. Now it's time for the keys to the game for both teams on the offense and defensive side. For the Denver Broncos, they need to run the ball and don't let Mack get to the quarterback. Last year, Mack had, I think he had 4 sacks or 5 sacks in one game against the Denver Broncos, and that last year, the Broncos had a better offensive line than they have this year. So hopefully they try to contain him, try to put 2 on him, or probably use a running back or a tight end to help out the offensive line. Also, and on the defensive side, they need to limit the big plays, which I personally think there won't be any, because the Denver Broncos cornerbacks like to press you man to man, and they're very good at that. Actually, they're very great at that. They got 2 good corners, except for one for Aqib Talib, who will be out for this game with the back injury. Now for the Oakland Raiders, on the offensive side, they need to convert third downs. They're 21st in the NFL in converting third downs. And also, they need to stay disciplined and keep the penalties on the low. They had too much against the Buccaneers last week, and it was lucky that they got away with the win. Now for the injury reports. For the Broncos, Aqib Talib is the only one out. And linebacker Brandon Marshall is questionable, but expect him to be out there and playing. And for the Raiders, cornerback Sean Smith and wide receiver Amari Cooper are questionable, but both of them are expected to play. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe below and comment if you like, and follow us on Twitter at SportsProtalk1. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.